Hey guys, it's a rainy day in Orlando and you don't want to go to the gym. You want to work out at home, or ladies, you don't want some creepy guys staring at you. Old geezers, you don't want some big gorilla making you piss your depends. Or people like me just want to work out at home and be left alone. I'm going to teach you about resistance bands. They're very versatile. You could use them on vacation, which I've done. I use it to hit a lot of weak parts, and I'm going to show you some exercises you can do for it and what to mix it up with. Obviously, if you're a big dude, you know, these things, they're stackable. You can put other bands on here. There's up to 150 pounds worth of resistance in a pack. You could, when it becomes easy, when, you know, if you're training strength, it's 1 to 5 reps. If you're training for muscle mass, it's 6 to 12. But obviously 150 pounds, which in weights is probably about 180. Bands are a little harder. So if you have 50 pounds, it's really like 70. You know, it's always going to be a little harder. Like if you're doing 50-pound dumbbells for lateral raises, I can only do about a 35, 40-pound worth of bands. So you just got to find a weight that works, you know, equates over to what you're normally doing. But for example, if you're doing like curls, when you do a curl, gravity's here. Here, there's nothing going on. Right here, the halfway mark, and here is where the most resistance is. So you get weak spots in your muscle. But with the band, it gets harder the more you go away, like that. See, it's harder. So there's no weak parts. At a gym, when you have a cable machine, if you're off, the cable rubs against the wheel. Here, this doesn't happen. You can put it up here. Comes with a little anchor you put in the door. It's got like a little hard piece of wood in here. Safe for your door for you Martha Stewart freaks. You could do your curls, like if you want to do it like this, do the Ronnie Coleman style. It could be done at the bottom, it could be done at the top. They even have an attachment where you could do leg curls like this if you want to isolate your hamstrings. So your body doesn't know where the resistance is coming from. It's an outside force. You can build muscle with these. But, you know, obviously for someone that wants to add a little bit of size, for example, I do weighted dips one day, a heavy day, and I do a light day. One day I have, you know, between 70 and 110 pounds around my waist, 1 to 5 reps, and then on the light day, I do like 25 around my waist, like 6 to 12 times, real slow. So that's for someone that's, their goal is to add a little bit of muscle. But for a lady or an old guy that just wants to be in shape, you know, you can do chest and, you know, for example, you have to use more bands, but there's your chest and tries. Back, if you want to do rows. See, this is light. You got to add more weight. Some people that will be heavy for like a little petite girl. You just got to find a weight that is consistent with your goals. If you want endurance, do 13 to 25 reps. If you want strength, you do 1 to 5. If you want muscle mass, you do 6 to 12. And it doesn't mean you stop at that weight. When you get to 12, you should be failing. That should be your last one. You can't do anymore. You don't just stop. So that's where you come up with the ranges with your goals. Another good back exercise is straight arm push downs. If you don't want to work the biceps, like when you do rows, you do a little bit of lats, a little bit of trapezius and rhombus, the mid back, for all of you hollow guys, real wide but hollow in the back. And you do some biceps as a backup. But if your biceps are tired from doing pull-ups and curls, like on my pull-up day, I do 3 heavy sets of pull-ups. After that, my biceps are tired. I just want to exhaust my back muscles. So I come over here, I do straight arm push downs like this. Like that. And you just 1, You know, you do your, I do two sets, and then I'm done with back. And then I move on to something else. Let's see. So you got curls, you stand on it, and you just do that. You have tricep extensions. Keep your elbows by your side. Again, use the amount of bands you need to fill within the range you want to be at. If you don't like doing that, see, bodybuilders, they think you could sculpt muscles. You're either going to be, once your parents hook up, your genes are your genes. You can't make your bicep longer. You can make it grow bigger, but if you have a short bicep, it's always going to be short. You can do all the preacher curls you want. So I just keep it basic. But if you want a variety, you know, you could do stuff like this. You know, but it does the same thing. All three triceps are going to grow at the same rate. You can't just choose which one's going to get bigger. I do that. I do diamond push-ups. For ladies, you know, you start off, weak people, ladies, anyone, old people, do this. You know, you don't need bands for that. And then when that becomes easy, you go to something lower, you know, like a stool, and then you do it on there. And when you can do that for the prescribed number, you lower it. Before you do it, before you know it, you're on the ground doing them like that. If you want chest, ladies, you know, if you get big chest, then it makes your titties look funny. You get big square titties with nipples, it looks crazy. So you might not want to do a bunch of push-ups. Do diamonds or chair dips. They'll give you some triceps of this to get rid of those Oprah arms. And another one that's good, men, biggest problem I notice with men is shoulders. Everyone does this. They do it, yeah, like this. The function of the medial deltoid is lateral abduction, like this. So when you do a weight, the weight is here, and you're not using it here. You're using it the most right at the top. So everyone, right in here is a big dead zone. But with the bands, you don't have the dead zone. Pick it up, stand up. Well, I just did my workout. I'm gonna do 1 foot. It's easier with 1 foot. 2 feet, and then the wider you go, the harder it is. Obviously, the band's shorter, it's more resistance. Just see? When you do that, you have resistance the whole way, even on the bottom. It's hard right in here. Use a dumbbell, you stand here all day like this with them in your hands. But here, all the way up, you're fighting it. That's why cable lateral raises are good. Just make sure you stand on it right at the gym so the wheel and the cable doesn't rub together. But that's why these are handy. You could do a whole workout without a $3,000 piece of equipment, another $3,000 piece of equipment, a $10,000 piece of equipment, 50 bucks Amazon. You could get a whole set. If it's not enough, buy 2 sets. Got 2, so I got 300 pounds worth of resistance. Have I ever used that much? No, because when I do my heavy stuff, when you do pull-ups, your weight is right underneath there. It's on you. It's on your lats the whole time. It's on your biceps the whole time. Dips, same thing. Push-ups, I like to have one of my kids sit on my back while I do diamonds. That's good to do. So I get my compound movements. I use this to isolate stuff. You know, there you go. Front raises. See, like that. Tricep extensions, so we got that. We got overhead extensions, front raises, lunges. Here you go. For ladies, I like doing plyometric stuff, explosive stuff, because you're going to get a little bit of muscle growth, hypertrophy, and you can still fit in the jeans. They'll be shaped. I don't want huge legs because it makes your junk look small. So, you know, And plus, it makes your upper body look smaller. If you get everything bigger, you're going to be the same, just bigger. But if you pick out like shoulders, back, chest, you know, hey, he looks huge, but you're really not huge. You just then blast your legs. You just blasted 3 or 4 body parts. So that's what I do. You know, I'd rather look good for the ladies than the guys in the jail cells. So think about that. But anyways, for ladies, here's a good one for you. You do lunges. I never done this, but I see these knuckleheads doing it on me. There you go. Lunges. Squats, same thing. See, when you go up, it's harder. You got resistance on you. Then you got military press. I don't like military press because it could cause an impingement in your shoulder when you do overhead presses. I never do that. I do raises. Another thing you could do at home, phone book. Every year they give you 5 or 6 of these damn things. So you do your calves. When calf raises become easy, you could either get a weight vest or have someone hang on your back, or I'm 240. Now I'm doing about 240 pounds with one leg. So it's like doing 500. Little stuff like that you could do without machines, without a gym membership, without gorillas dropping weights everywhere. $100, bam. See what else I got. We got straight arm push downs. We got rows. We got squats. We got lunges. We got front raises, kickbacks. You put a weight in the door and you do this. I don't like that. I'd rather just do this. Like I said, triceps, triceps. I do my dips. I do my 3 sets of dips, 3 sets of diamonds, and then I do 2 sets of these just at the end, just the fatigue, between 9 and 12 reps, real slow. 2-second contractions on the way down, on the way up. And that's it. That's simple. $100, buy yourself these. I just scratched the surface. I did there's other exercises you could do. Look it up, but there you have it. You're welcome. Take it easy, and good luck to you.